Hello, you Michaelers. How's everyone doing today? Pearl Jr. here, of course, rushing because I gotta go do my my farmer's market. Don't forget, I'm getting a free sample if you order Stays All Day Shea. It's in a baggie because it's open. If you order Stays All Day Shea, I give you a free sample. Hello there. Hello there. You guys are here. Okay, great. All right, so where should I start? Don't forget to get your Stays All Day Shea Fragrance Body Butter. And let's see. I got a good review I wanted to show you guys. Hold on. I'm going to do Daniel as a review first. We're going to get to some Michaeling, of course. Daniel, here. Daniel came and he bought some Darth Bricard from me. And he said when he went to work, and I had it recorded, but I had my square plugged in, so it's beep, that's the audio. So if you ever have your square plugged in, the audio won't record. And so he said that he came back with a list, and he came from Riverside hoping and praying that I would be at this certain farmer's market. And he came with a list from his coworkers who wanted some because they're like, wait a minute, it's been all day and I can still smell your Stays All Day Shea. So thank you, Daniel. And then we have this wonderful lady right here. And here she goes.
I've been using Stay All Day for about a month now, and I absolutely love it.
She says she's been using her Stays All Day for a month now and absolutely loves it. Okay, and I got other ones too, but look at this one here. I've been using Stays All Day Go Channel for a few months, and my honey can't keep his hands off me. It smells wonderful. It works wonders on my dry skin. Thank you, Pearly. Oh, that's so nice. And, you know, I got other reviews too, guys. So make sure you order your Stays All Day Shea. I want to give a happy birthday to Cecil, which was on the 21st. And an unfortunate day, that's also was the 7th anniversary of Prince's death announcement. Okay, some people think Prince faked his death. I'm not quite convinced, but I have an open mind like I want you guys to have an open mind. I have an open mind and I listen to people. So anyway, so happy birthday, Cecil. My birthday is May 6th. All right, we know about the battle with Katherine. Katherine doesn't want doesn't want the estate to do something. And since Michael is alive, she must not want Michael to do something. And I think it has to do with the selling of either half of the entire estate or half or some of the My Jack catalog. Now, I was talking to another friend of mine, and she said, well, Primary Wave is like buying up all these supposed deceased and not deceased famous artist songs. So I don't know if Primary Wave has put it on the table that they want to buy some or whatever, but I do know that Katherine's objecting to it, and there was a hearing today. She was going to appear because there's an application for a remote appearance there. So maybe she was going to appear remotely, but they want it secret, you know. So and she said personal family matters. So I'm not quite sure if it has to do with the transaction of the estate or if it's Michael and her having a problem because maybe she thinks it's time for him to tell the world that he faked his death. Maybe, I don't know. It's secret. So, of course, you leaving us up to speculate, right? All right. So anyway, there was a hearing today and I should have went. Maybe I'll go to the next one. I think the next one is like May 10th or something. Maybe I'll go to it. Maybe not. You know, I'm so busy with my Stays All Day Shea Fragrance Body Butter that it's hard for me to kind of fit in time because I manufacture it. Me and my son make this shea butter as well. Okay, and package it and sell it. We do the whole thing from concept to your hands. I also mail it, and I like to thank Teresa. She did the biggest order I've ever mailed out. I mailed out just yesterday. So thank you, Teresa. Okay. So anyway, so now I want to do a little bit of housekeeping. I had made a mistake, a little bit of a mistake when I was talking about why on the lacourt.org does the probate case that's handling Michael Jackson. And when you have a will and a trust, you're not supposed to go through probate. It's all confusing, right? And it says it's dismissed June 15, 2018, but it's not dismissed. And it says other dismissed, but it's not dismissed because things are still happening with the estate. So I wanted to know people who have living estates. are they handled in probate? And I showed you some of it, but I didn't show you the whole thing. So people that have living trusts, it is handled in probate court. Okay, here it is. What types of cases are handled in Los Angeles probate court? The Los Angeles probate court. Trust proceedings. Okay, a living trust. A trust is administered by the trustee. Michael is the trustee and trustor. Probate court has jurisdiction over issues involved in the administration of living and testamentary trust. Okay, so living trust too. Okay, trust administration involves managing and investing trust assets. Paying taxes owed by the trust and distributing trust assets according to the terms of the trust, among other things. Sometimes questions or conflicts relating to the administration of the trust arise. So even if it's a living trust, it's still handled in probate court. And I think a decedent is a decedent, whether they're dead or alive, because it is the person that when they do die, whoever that person is, when they do die, they become the decedent. So there's just one main person in a trust that things happen when that person dies. Okay. So, but they handle living trusts. So I didn't show you the whole document last time, and I wanted to make sure that I cleared that up. Okay. All right. So we got that out of the way. We got some interesting stuff to get to. Congratulations to Michael for They Don't Care About Us, which is a surprise, right? They Don't Care About Us becomes Michael's second billion view video on YouTube. Billion views. They Don't Care About Us. Now that song wasn't played on the radio a whole lot. That song did not get a lot of radio play, at least here in Los Angeles, okay? I don't know worldwide, of course, because YouTube was worldwide. But Billie Jean, of course, we know why that got a billion views. We know the history and the success of that song on the Thriller album. But They Don't Care About Us was filmed in Brazil. And Brazil has the largest population of African descendants outside of Africa. Most of the captured human beings that were forced into slavery went to Brazil because of the sugar canes. Okay. So that's why there's a large population of Africans in Brazil, because of the kidnapping and the brutal enslavement of African human beings, African people. All right. So congratulations to Michael, which makes him the only artist of the 20th century, which is until January 1st, the year 2000, to have his videos viewed 1 billion times. Okay, so congratulations. And I think the next one that's close is Beat It or Thriller. One of the two are a close third and fourth. Okay, so rest in peace to Harry Belafonte. Okay, Harry Belafonte was just a civil rights crusader. He was just fabulous, great. I mean, just a civil rights icon, actor, singer. He was the first guy to sell 1 million records, and they weren't sure if it was a black guy or a white guy or whoever, but he sold 1 million records. But what I didn't know is he was the driving force behind the song We Are the World. Okay, We Are the World ended up being written by Michael Jackson and Lionel Richie, but apparently it was supposed to be Stevie Wonder and Lionel Richie. But Quincy could not wait on Stevie. Stevie was dragging his feet, so Michael asked Quincy asked Michael if he could help out with writing the song, and Michael jumped on it because Quincy at this time, you know, Quincy first produced Off the Wall with Michael, and it was right after the Thriller, and then he did Bad. So Michael and Quincy were super, super close, but the driving force and the organizer behind We Are the World was Harry Belafonte, and there's footage of them singing Harry's Calypso, gigantic hit, at the We Are the World rehearsals and recordings. So you guys can kind of look for that. But rest in peace. He was 96, just Wow, he took care of his life. He did great things with his life. Okay. Then we have, oh, you guys, you want to go back and see this video. Blast from the past. Paris participates in MJ death hoax plus proof Michael Jackson in France after announced dead. And he puts a clue out for me because I kept saying at that time to Peter Michael Bobby on the phone, I kept saying, but where are you, Michael? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? And I was begging. I was like verge of tears. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? And then he released that the footage of him in France. So please watch this video, guys. And then he put out the Black Pearl ship to say, hi, Pearl. So that was sweet. Okay. We saw her, Janet. Oh my God. Speaking of Peter Michael Bobby. Oh my God. Speaking of Peter Michael Bobby. All right. So Peter Michael Bobby is supposedly he's the front for Michael, right? You know, and watch Alive 3 and Alive 4. I can't go over the billion reasons why Bobby Anderson is the front for Michael Jackson using the alias name Peter Pan, P-Y-T at first, now Peter Medani, okay? So Janet, she lets us know, I'm in Colombia. And people are like, well, she's touring there. Yeah, but she chose to stop there and tour in Columbia, South Carolina. So she mentions Columbia here. And then she mentions Columbia. Let me show you guys somewhere else too. So we got 2 Columbias from her. Okay. So just if you guys thought it was just a coincidence, she gonna do it twice. Okay. So here is she. She's at a restaurant in Columbia, South Carolina, eating Mexican food with her crew. And here she is, Columbia, South Carolina. So she's done it twice. And this is Janet's official website where this comes from. And these are her dancers. And one of the things they were asked, they said, tell me something that nobody knows about you. And did you see the butterflies? Did you see the butterflies on his arm? Hold on, let's go back just a little bit. Okay, there's the butterflies. Wink, wink, nod, nod. There's the butterflies. Thank you, Janet. And Janet has participated in a lot of Michael Jackson death hoax clues. Okay, so thank you, Janet, for that one, for the Peter Michael Bobby. Okay, from Columbia, South Carolina. We love that one, right? And then we have, I loved this story, okay, and I'm going to play it. It's Brad Sundberg, and he is telling a story about Michael, and I want to play it, but let me get the volume up. Okay, here we go. Let me start at the beginning, and let me get the volume up.
I was in New York in 1994 working on a project with Michael Jackson called The History Album. I want to tell you a quick little Janet Jackson story. I was in New York in 1994 working on a project with Michael Jackson called The History Album. I was Michael's technical director, spent a lot of years with him in the studio. Anyway, we're in New York, Janet's coming to town, his sister, she's doing the Janet tour, and Michael got us tickets. We were at Radio City Music Hall. They weren't the back row, but I think they were the second row from the back. And I'm kind of like, well, they're free. I'm not going to complain. There were a couple of us from the studio that were there. And all of a sudden, I see somebody coming up the aisle to sit across the aisle from me. And it's Michael. It's Michael in full disguise. Anybody that knows Michael can know that it's him just by the way he carries himself and he's smiling and the whole thing. And so I basically sat across the aisle from Michael watching his sister perform, and he couldn't stay in his seat. He got up and he was dancing right in the aisle, and nobody knew it was him. And it was the coolest experience you can imagine. Being with Michael Jackson at Janet's show, watching him dance, watching both of them dance. My name is Brad Sundberg. I am host and producer of an event called In the Studio with MJ. For the past many years, I've been traveling the world telling stories about my 18 years with Michael. And I'm going to be in Atlanta, April 28th and 29th. April 28th, Friday night, we're going to be doing the virtual tour of Neverland. I spent years building all the music systems at Neverland and helping Michael create this amazing home. All day April 29th, I'm going to take you in the studio with MJ. We're going to be telling stories about the Bad album, Dangerous album, History album, even some Captain EO. I think it's an experience that you're never going to forget. I hope you consider joining us. Tickets are available at www.inthestudiowithmj. Let's hang out in Atlanta together for a really fun Jackson weekend. Take care.
All right. So, you guys, I also reported on one of his other seminars, and somebody stole some of his recordings of Michael's music recordings. And they stole some unreleased materials and stuff. So they said they know who it was. So I don't know. I don't follow Brad that much to find out what happened. But, Michael in Columbia, South Carolina went to Janet's show. Okay. And it's kind of funny that this story became released at the same time that Janet's in Columbia, South Carolina, because Brad's telling the story about when Michael went to a Janet concert, all in disguise, totally in disguise, and he was partying, put a nickel in and he dances. That's Dancing Machine, I think. He just comes to life. Michael, when he hears music, he just has to move. And it's not just a Michael thing. Black people are like that a lot. Even me. And a lot of times if you go and you see a lot of things happening in Africa, dance rituals is a big part of their culture, of their tribal practices is dance and music. So, so Michael, oh, how fun. I bet that was so much fun to watch. All right. So I gave Brad a little plug, even though the seminar's today and tomorrow, but hey, people can fly. All right. Let me see what else. Okay, Matt Dodd has a new album that he released. Now, Matt Dodd is the guy who does my artwork, who did the artwork for the Alive 4. And he also did the artwork for my Stays All Day Shay, this right here. Okay, the design, how it's a bottle. And it's for perfume. And he's doing some more artwork for me too. And so he's done a lot of artwork for me. So Matt Dodd has come out with a new album. He is a rapper. And him and Angie are really good friends with me. We're just kind of love each other. We're just so nice to each other. Let me put in Matt Dodd. So I want to just kind of give a little shout out to him of MWD Productions. And here it is. Check out my new album. Okay, check out my new album, Slightly Mad, Still Ill, featuring Matt Dodd, Slight Tone, and Ill Will the Mick. Available for free for a limited time. So please, peep the link, love, peace. Okay. So you guys go to Reverb Nation here. Let's click on it. And, here's some of some of his music. He said he's for free for now. All right. Check him out for me. Matt Dodd. Hey, Matt. Okay. Good luck with that. All right, so before I get to something that's long and I only got a couple minutes, oh my God, I got to get out of here. I got 10 minutes to get out of here. All right, so let's see. Okay, I think I can go to, no. Here we go. Got that. I'm going to do that one. Did that. Okay, here we go. Okay. So now we're going to get to this. Okay. Now we're going to get to this. Did I do everything I was supposed to do? I hope so. All right. So now we're going to get to this document here. Nope, not that document. Not that. Oh no. What? I'm so silly. I pull up these documents and then I lose them like a dum-dum. Okay. So let's see what this is. See if I can find it. Here, I had it. Here it is right here. All right. So there was a document released December 2022 and Marco, I forget his last name, but he don't like me, but he doesn't like the estate at all. And he's been a big adversary against the estate. So anyway, so in California or in Los Angeles, when you want to get a document, you have to pay for it, right? So he watermarks his stuff, and I pay for it, but I don't. If I release some document I paid for, I don't watermark. I don't even know how to watermark. Okay. But anyway, so he released this document, okay, and it is huge, okay, and see his name Marco here. What's the rest of it? It's watermarked. You can't even see it that much. But anyway, it's a document, and it has like 153 exhibits, and it's a part of the estate documents. Now, what they're doing is the basic plaintiff's claim and right of possession of the property is a written document, and it says that, and also they're asking for writ of possession. This has to do with Jeffre and the stuff that Jeffre had, right? And I've been talking about that over and over because that is still open. We don't know what's going on. But anyway, but it also has declarations of a Michael Kunkel, Katherine Jackson, Taj Jackson, Karen Langford, who works for the estate. She's in charge of the warehouse stuff and other things. She's like a real fancy, like secretary, administrative assistant. Jonathan stands up here, who is a lawyer, and I know him. He's really nice. And it's the declaration of Jeffre Phillips. Now, Taj, I've been telling you guys for years now, Taj says that he had unreleased music of Michael's on a DAT, okay, and on a cassette, okay, so he has a lot of stuff. But anyway, these are some of the exhibits, and I wanted to just kind of go through them with you guys real fast. So there's CDs of unreleased music. What's this right here? Throwing Your Life Away. Okay, so that's something that Michael's working on. And it has dates on it and stuff. And see all these CDs? Collection of Michael Ealing's classical music. Rock With You. Dancing for Love. And there's just 153. So we know Ready to Win. We've seen that on the unreleased song list. Okay. MJ Nephew, New Funk, Love Heals. Nephew, is he talking about the nephew, the producer, or nephew? Taj is his nephew. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff here. Okay, see all these, Freeze is I think he's a producer too. Philip Webb, that causes me a little bit of problems because there was a guy named Philip Webb who wanted me dead and said so many, many times, and I was scared to death of him. But this is not the same Philip Webb because the other Philip Webb was from the UK, but gosh, seeing that name here was kind of scary to me. But here we go. New MJ Dance. Here's some dance CDs. So there's music, okay? There is music that Jeffre had all this time. Academy Awards 2009, no ads. All right. American Music Awards 2008, he had a copy of. And just, this is Valentine's Day. February 14, 2009, but it's just the Hot 100 list because he has other ones. McKellar, there was a song called Michael McKellar, so I don't know, McKellar. Okay, and then more Hot 100s. Here's some more stuff. Daily, so this is the stuff that was happening at the This Is It rehearsal, 610 Dome Dailies. So I think that was the Earth song, maybe. Here we go. Smile, Heaven, April 17, 2009. So there's a lot of CDs, but there's some more stuff here. Okay, so this is June 8th, June 11th, June 1st, June 2nd, Dome Dailies, but I'm not sure what the Dome Dailies are. I haven't, I'm looking at this just like you guys are. So there's a lot of stuff in here. See all these CDs? And we don't know what kind of jewels are in this. Michael Jackson, Ghost of Another Lover. Look at that. That's a ghost. So he's still into that living dead stuff, right? Ghost of Another Lover. Okay. Michael Jackson, Hits for Ron. Pioneer the Future. Stranger in Moscow. something May 2nd, May 9th, March 14th, just R&B stuff. This is some R&B stuff, but I got to hurry up. I got to go through this a little bit faster because it's a lot. Okay. And orchestra, holiday songs, Michael Prince. He was one of Michael's engineers. I got a picture with Michael Prince that I've released before. Ask the Lonely, Four Tops, baby, I need your loving. Reach out, I'll be there. In the Club. It's your birthday. In the Club. Got Some Teeth, California Love, Dr. Dre. The Watcher, the Watch is spelled wrong. Watcher, Dr. Dre, Dr. Dre, Dr. Dre. So these are certain songs that he had some interest in because this stuff comes from Michael's house. Okay, so just some other Nancy Sinatra. Does Michael own These Boots Are Made for Walking? 'Cause that's what people do. One of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over you. Dum, 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 dum. And then more Nancy Sinatra, Little Anthony. These are old song. Brooke Benton. These are really old songs. Okay. So he had some interest in some stuff, right? Dangerous Diaries, Captain EO. So Brad is going to be talking about some of this stuff. The Dangerous Diaries, Captain EO, the making of Captain EO. And then just a lot of stuff that Michael's a hoarder. He has a lot of stuff. I thought for a minute that was that girl. I forget her name, starts with a T. I forget, but it's not. It's someone else. Okay, who is that? I don't know who she is. Okay, but you guys know who she is? You might. You guys, somebody out there knows everything. Okay, so here we got all this stuff. Now this one, Michael Jackson feature film development agreement. So Michael wanted, and this is the 1875 Century Park East Suite 600. You guys know my distributor for the Trial and Triumph, which was Michael and Joe, of course. They helped me get that distributed to 50 million homes. Was the same address as my distributor, except for Suite 100, which is the conference room. Okay, and when you rent a suite in this office building, high-rise office building, you get to use the conference room. So Michael, look on the back of my Trial and Triumph of the King of Pop's DVD, and also on the back of my Barack Obama DVD. So Michael was behind that, but it's a feature film distribution deal. So Michael wanted to do films. January 24th, 2009. He wanted to do films. He wanted to do something about Thriller, and I gotta read this, but more stuff. Let's see. Who's the one? Thriller. I see the word Thriller. First Picture. But he wanted to do deals. So this is on here long enough so you guys can read it if you want to. Okay, and then, just a lot of papers. Lou Ferrigno. Now, he had a meeting with Lou Ferrigno. If you guys go back to a live one, Lou Ferrigno told the story of how Michael would like to fool the press, and he would put a dummy in the ambulance, and they would think it was him, and it wasn't really him. Wink, wink, nod, nod. So we know just weeks before the death announcement, he had a meeting with Lou Ferrigno. Just saying. And Lou told that story. Watch Alive, the first Alive. It's in there. Okay, just saying. Okay, and then here is another one. 10 years young to daddy from Prince. And it's just a little letter, and then I don't know why it's typed, but that's okay. And then, there's a song that You Were There for Me, in my tough times. You were there when the walls came tumbling down. So he was working on a song, as a tribute to somebody. You were there for the good times and the bad. I've lost all that I had. You were there. to hold. It's a lot, so he Michael jots down lyrics. Okay. Let's see. This is more exhibits. I got 7 minutes to get out of here. Okay. And then Jackie's phone number, just little stuff, Ortega. He was working with Kenny Ortega, who was the director. And I know you guys are going to find stuff that I just, scrolled past, but I just wanted you guys to kind of see some of these exhibits. Okay. Anthony, which is his cousin, Chris Tucker. Okay. So he was talking to Chris Tucker and Miko. Okay. Right before it. This is one of his background singers, Harold Dolly, I think. Maybe not. But Anthony's his cousin. We know who the famous, so funny, Chris Tucker and Miko Brando is. Okay. You Were There lyrics. Here we go. More You Were There lyrics. And more You Were There when they all walked out on me. Liz Taylor walked out on him. Yes, she did. You guys got to stop. Okay. Praising that woman. She charged Michaels millions of dollars every time she was seen with him. It was paid for. Okay. And then more stuff here and more stuff here. We Are the World show. What is that? We Are the World in show. Put that in the show, but I'm not sure We Are the World made it into This Is It. And then just, some other stuff, some Google searches and some other stuff. Okay. Estate planning. Now, why is that one backwards? Why is that one upside down? Okay. Estate planning. Okay. The questionable is designed to elicit important information for the estate planning purposes, and that the firm's ability to advise client with respect to lifetime and testamentary, remember we just looked at that word, living and testamentary deposition of assets with minimization of adverse tax consequences depends on the accuracy of such information. So this is about June. This was at Carolwood. So he was thinking about his estate, just like I went over that the probate handles living and estates of living and deceased people, and that person is the same person whether they're alive or dead, and they call that person the decedent. Okay, and then some Google searches. Oh, look at this. Thriller the movie, The Untold Story, starring Michael Jackson. Okay. I want to talk. Okay. Let me talk about something real quick. Okay. Michael's, biopic has reportedly to cost $120 million. We're going to go through the rest of this, and I got 5 minutes to do it. But Elvis movie was $85 million. Okay. But that had to do, it was more of a period piece, even though Michael's a period piece, but a period piece in the 50s and 60s is much different than a period piece for the 80s and 90s. Okay. The world looked much more different in the 50s and 60s than it did in the 80s and 90s. Of course, because you're getting closer to today. Michael's movie is supposed to cost $120 million. We'll see. I think, Elton John's movie was like 40 or 50 million. And those are recent ones. Okay. Recent biopics. So, I'm looking forward to that. But anyway, let's keep going. And I know you got what he ate. Oh, look, a skeleton. The living dead as a purse. Living dead skeleton. That's in Michael's mind. Okay, the living dead symbolism, and Michael Amir, and then Michael Jackson. And these are some of the homes. I went and looked at that home that he eventually rented in France, but it wasn't those, because these homes are in London. Okay, because remember, he was supposed to go see a house in London to live in while he did the residency of This Is It in London, but he didn't go because he didn't want to sign that lease and be responsible for all that money. He never ended up leasing that house. Okay, this is for Michael Amir. Close Mr. Jackson's signature. Please call me and I will make arrangements for them to pick up Union Bank. So this right here was some kind of Connie Hernandez, some kind of card, okay, that he was working on some stuff. So Michael was planning. Okay, you could see some of this planning and some of this stuff. Okay, the estate planning, Kingdom Productions. He was setting up. And also, you guys got to remember, Michael was the only person that was in charge of his stuff. No other people owned anything Michael at the time of the death announcement, because he made sure of it. He cleaned house. Okay, and this is a confidentiality agreement about Michael saying that he wanted to rent that house in Las Vegas, that one at 99 Spanish Gate Drive. And he's like, don't tell nobody, because you tell somebody, there's a price to pay, so don't tell nobody. All right, but we all found out. And that was March 4th, 2009. Okay, so why is he trying to rent a house in Las Vegas when he knows he's going to be in London most of the time? I'm just saying. Buying a house in Vegas. That's very interesting. But he didn't buy it. And we learned that in Searching for Neverland, that movie that the Three Bodyguards did. Also, Kingdom Productions, which he's the sole member of Kingdom Productions. I'm telling you guys, he was cleaning house, ready for his death announcement. Okay. He need to call Dave Dunn, an auditor. I don't know who he is. Some phone numbers. Oh yeah, and he was talking to the doctors, Klein, Metzger. Their phone numbers are here. Let's see, Google searches, Mr. Dunn. He's talking about something with refinance and something with Sony ATV Publishing, February 27, 2009. He was cleaning up. He was taking care of his business, okay? Dr. Tomei was a big part of it. That's why I told you guys Tomei was going to win some money with that suit, and I was right, he did. They settled out of court. They settled during court. In the middle of the court, they just decided to settle because Mr. Howard made a mistake, and I saw it, and I've discussed it in another a live that I did. But rest in peace, Howard Weitzman. Eisner, here's some more stuff about the Sony ATV catalog, which he had just refinanced. Okay. You guys can read this stuff if you want. I just don't have time. Yeah, Tomei was a big part of what was going on with Michael. They had plenty of paperwork when they had that trial that ended abruptly. Okay, here we go. More stuff. Michael got some Vicodin. Okay, that was 10/20/2008. And here's another alias, apparently, of Michael called Arnold Strong. That's another Michael alias, Arnold Strong. And then here's some more handwritten notes and stuff like that. He's just saying the rundown of the songs that he wanted to be in This Is It. Okay. That's Michael and Christian Adige. He, rest in peace too. Peter Lopez is also in here. Rest in peace to him. Michael, Thriller 25, you guys may not know, went platinum. Okay. Thriller 25 went platinum. And here are some of Michael's gold and platinum awards here that he had with them, and we are done. Okay, we are done. All right. So, let's see. I think I went over everything. Oh, there was a Trump document in there too that had Trump's name on it. Let me see if I can find that document real quick with Trump's name on it. It was document number 100. Okay, how do I get here? How do you tell me which number? Before it was telling me what page. Oh, well, it's a Trump document, a name with Trump's documents in here. Estate planning, Las Vegas home, doctors, Arnold Strong. I went over everything. Okay, so anyway, I hope you enjoyed this episode. It's a 600 and some episode of me reporting on Michael Jackson. And don't forget to go to my website. If you haven't watched the live docuseries, please do, michaeljacksoninsider.com. And as soon as I get some time, I promise you guys, I will start putting more fragrances, because I have a papaya. Oh my God, that smells so good. Okay. That smells so good. And then I also added in vanilla. A lot of people ask me for vanilla, but I don't have it on the website. So if you want to order it and you can't wait, send me an email, okay? Just hit me up anywhere. Anyway, guys, I got to go to work, okay? Because I got bills to pay, okay? I got bills to pay. And I will talk to you guys next time. Bye-bye.